Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
The Daily Compliance News for May 16, 2025, the Ethics Nightmare Edition. And we begin this most incredible corrupt week from the presidency of Donald Trump by a story from the Wall Street Journal entitled An Ethics Nightmare, Trump's Meme Coin Dinner to Draw Crypto High Rollers. So what's it cost to visit with Donald Trump? Well, he set the price, and 220 of the biggest holders of Bitcoin, or rather Trump dollar, to a gala dinner. The top 25 will have a chance to hobnob with him at a special reception. Is it corruption? Of course it's corruption. It is buying influence and access with the president. But hey, lots of money for the Trump family. Next up, you ever wonder how money laundering occurs? Well, in California, you walk up to a teller at Chase Bank or U.S. Bank or Bank of America or Citibank, and you bring in $100,000 in cash in front of federal authorities. Yes, that's what happened in an article in the Wall Street Journal with our good friend Dylan Tokar. Good to see him back on a byline with Justin Bayer and Vipul Mongo. And they talked about how one individual deposited over $100,000 in several different accounts. And it turns out that this individual worked as for an underground banking network that bought dollars at a discount from the Sonoma drug cartel and then laundered the proceeds in U.S. banks. You wonder how money laundering occurs? Well, apparently it occurs pretty easily at these banks, and the U.S. banks are prime candidates for exploitation and vulnerability, which Chinese money brokers have been able to take advantage of for a number of years. I wonder why it wasn't reported and why then there wasn't follow-up on, but the article doesn't really begin to move to that arena. Next up, also from the Wall Street Journal, indeed all of the stories from the Wall Street Journal today come from the Wall Street Journal. United Health Group, whose CEO was assassinated late last year, is under criminal investigation for possible Medicare fraud. Earlier this week, we had news of shareholder action against the company for allegedly not revealing the downturn in the stock price after the assassination of the CEO. And now we have information that the DOJ is investigating United Health Group. United Health has declined comment and only saying that they had not been notified by the DOJ of a criminal investigation, but they said they stand by the integrity of the Medicare Advantage program. The criminal probe adds to the list of government inquiries into the company, including the aforementioned civil investigation of Medicare billing practices and potential antitrust violations. And our final story is about the Trump administration's attempt to get the EU to roll back child protection laws against digital companies. The U.S. seems to think that free speech trumps the EU trying to protect underage or children or others at risk, and that it's you should be able to engage in conduct and speech no matter who it harms in the EU. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.